let's look at this difficult factoring problem. It doesn't look like a difference of squares, a difference of cubes. It looks more like a grouping problem. But what do we group together? So at first it doesn't seem like we could go anywhere, but if you actually group these first three terms together, right here, we recognize that as a perfect trinomial square. It's important that you actually memorize what a perfect trinomial square is and what the most common ones look like. This will factor into x minus y, quantity squared, minus 16 is really 4 squared. So now we can actually see we have a difference of squares. So if we label this capital A and this capital B, then this becomes a plus b times a minus b. But we're not really done yet, because we have to come back and replace what a and b are. Remember, our original problems in terms of x and y is and numbers. So a is really x minus y, and b is 4. So this becomes x minus y plus 4 times x minus y minus 4. It's a good thing to be able to simplify things to things that you already know, a squared minus b squared. This original problem looks a little more complicated. However, when you break it down into simple letters, then you can come back and substitute. But the important thing here is to recognize this was a difference of squares in disguise. Now, what would have happened if you didn't see this? Because you're probably asking the question, I never would have seen that. Well, perhaps you could have tried something as follows. You could have grouped differently. For example, you could have grouped x squared minus 2xy together, and then plus y squared minus 16. And then you would have said, okay, I can take out an x. This would be x minus 2y. And this becomes y plus 4 times y minus 4. Now this is a dead end. Why? There's nothing really we can factor here. So once you reach this dead end, pretty much you have to start all over. And this is probably what could have happened initially. You start here and then you realize that you can't go anywhere, but don't freak out, don't give up. Try 3-1 grouping just like we did, and then the answer becomes apparent.